When What We Do in the Shadows came to an end, what was filming that last episode like? Guillermo's
Ah,
story through that felt so beautiful to me as an audience member, sort of watching it come to an end because he was feeling all of the things that fans of the show were feeling.
yeah, it was really, therapeutic in a way, cathartic, I guess. Just because, I talked to Paul and Paul Sims, our showrunner, and he wrote the episode, and I said, "Did you on purposely shoot?" Because we shot that scene of the last part of the episode on the last day of filming,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
on purposely blocked it that way because we did the first take, and it wasn't written that Guillermo gets emotional. It was just like he exits the room and says, "I'll be right back," whatever. Um, and then Matt Berry's playing on the piano, "We'll meet again, don't know," that song. And everyone's singing around the piano, and everyone's going, "These are vampires. They're immortal and they live forever. I'm a human, and I have just wasted over almost 2 decades, living with them." And the fear of what humans fear is losing time and the
Mm,
clock ticking and us running out of time. And so the way I got into Guillermo's mindset that in that moment was like so much time has been given to this household and the return that I was hoped to be a vampire, and I was made into a vampire and it didn't work out. And I thought in that moment, all these like memories of like anyone who's ever shared a story of like, I wasted 20 years of my life with this person. I wasted 18 years. I gave that job. It's like time is the most valuable thing we have.
mm.
And we have so little of it. And so for me, when I exited that room with Guillermo, it all sank in that I was just like, what do I do now? How do we start over? How do humans start over after a long relationship, a long job that lets us go in the blink of an eye? And that's where I started thinking about the job that I had in that moment with Guillermo, with Shadows, and it became so emotional for me because it was like, I'm not going to see these people again for a while. Like, I'm not going to see them, when I wake up and come to set every year. I've been doing this for 7 years. And it just hit me. Oh my God, I'm not going to see Kayvon. I'm not going to see, our directors, Yana, our costume designer, Laura Montgomery. Like, I'm not going to see these people who we build a family with. Like, how do you say one day, well, thank you for being family, see you around, and it just
Mm.
hit me that it was the last, and to top it off, it was May 2nd at like 11:45. We're wrapping the show, and it was Matt Berry's birthday. We had celebrated his birthday during lunch break, and we thought we were going to finish earlier that day for some reason. I don't know why, but we were just all hanging out, and then at midnight, it was my birthday, May 3rd.
Yeah.
And I, for a brief second, had forgotten about it because I was so like, this is the last day of work, this is the last scene. And then someone goes, "It's your birthday." And I was like, and I just started bawling because I was like,
Oh,
oh my God. And I was like, another trip around the sun has
yeah.
come to an end. It was just so perfectly aligned. The show was ending, another year around the sun in my life as a person, on Earth, and it was just so perfectly aligned that I was like, "What is going on?" Like, and it was just like a closing of a chapter, but also an opening of this new year and a new possibility, and the beautiful things that have come since we wrapped the show.